Schrödinger's cat is a thought experiment in which a cat is put in a box.
Schrödinger's cat thought experiment. Well, it goes something like this.
It's still a very famous experiment. And in fact, far more people have heard about Schrödinger's cat than have any idea who is Schrödinger or what the cat was doing. Schrödinger was an Austrian physicist who, when the Nazis invaded Austria, fled to the UK and then to Dublin, where he had quite a colourful career and actually fathered an illegitimate child. But that's nothing to do with his cat. In the cat experiment was something he proposed to try and explain an idea, or how stupid he thought one of the ideas that had been proposed by quantum physicists working in Copenhagen, who were discussing how if you couldn't...
Very interested and always have been in systems and how they operate. There are systems going on all the time.
Symmetry is important to me. I like to explore this notion of symmetry in general. In my work, is everywhere.
There's something preloaded about art. When you say the word art, you're almost already approving of it.
And I'm definitely not a didactic artist. I'm not trying to teach anybody anything.
I wouldn't want to prescribe what people should or shouldn't think about them.
That place, it's no longer art.
I have very little control over what happens.
But of course I do understand that I'm entirely controlling what I photograph and how it's depicted.
You think it, you can think anything you damn well please, but you don't assume it within the work.
How I can explain what I'm really doing as a performance artist? It's impossible.
It's not just that we don't know, but that the cat is literally both dead and alive at the same time. This is clearly a paradox.
Κάποτε ήμουνα κι εγώ παιδάκια από τα φύνα και η καρδιά μου επώνεσε για μια γλυκιά τσαχπίνα και η καρδιά μου επώνεσε για μια γλυκιά τσαχπίνα.
If you couldn't observe something which had two possible states, the two states could be muddled together, so you couldn't tell which was which.
I've been aware since early childhood that I'm different.
When I was younger, art was a vehicle that created anxiety. You know, whether it's you could draw something just perfect or it is about kind of performance in a way.
He was a strong personality to react against. This was in 1929, 39 years ago.
Performance is mental and physical structure which you create in the front of the audience in a fixed time and space.
I'm not really an artist that goes and makes something in the studio and then imports it into the space. It's really, for me, an opportunity to learn.
I don't like being given a particular context to make work in at all. I think it's kind of antithetical to art practice. You should be making work into the void. Which is kind of, should be quite a brave thing to do. because you're creating something from nothing.
The hammer smashes the cyanide and the cat dies.
I want to express my feelings rather than illustrate them.
And what you really feel sometimes ain't very nice.
When I was very young, I kind of got a sense of self through art.
I think being an artist, or at least appreciating art, is necessary for every cultivated person. Yeah, but isn't everyone really an artist in some way? I mean, why is it that we appreciate artists who paint pictures and not those who make roads or clean toilets?
Anything closely watched and closely observed, even the most banal of things, can become the most fascinating and the most beautiful and the most full of love.
I'm just trying to actually share a kind of sensitivity and wonder I have about what we are and who we are, and maybe I suspect that we've forgotten that a little.
And then you discover at the end what it is that who you are.
Yesterday, everything changed forever. After the parents went out, S came around with the acid, and after getting everything ready at 11 AM, we dropped it. There was no picture on it, it had just been dipped. So around half an hour later, we were about to call him up and demand our money back, until it hit. Time and space dissolved and became eternity and forever now, all at the same time. This point, now, had been there for eons and eons, stretching back into the depths of time, but forever fresh and new. And the crazy thing is, everything, from the chocolate to the wall to the photos, was alive and breathing with me, breathing through me, the same breath. When I closed my eyes, there was no difference. It just carried on. It was like I'd entered this unbelievable place, the space between thinking and seeing. And I kept saying it over and over again. This is the space between thinking and seeing. This is the space where things are just what they are. I look around now and see that all of this is a dream. There's another place that's just right there in this reality, but completely separate from it. I realise now I'm never going to be the same again.
I fear for the worst. Civilization sucks. But I want to make the world a better place and the people in it happier. I suppose you could say I'm very idealistic. You try to stand firmly by your principles?
Every work of art is political because every work of art is breaking new ground, and it's in a way against the status quo. So every work of art, the nature of art is political.
Ποιος θα μου δώσει δύναμη τον κόσμο αυτόν να αλλάξω, να σου δώσω μια να σπάσεις, αχ βρε κόσμε γυαλίνε, και να φτιάξω μια καινούρια κοινωνία άλλη.
I deleted something, so it has a little bit of space on it. Bye-bye.